What trickle-down effect did you see DeMarcus's dunk have on the rest of the guys?
I thought his dunk brought the arena to life, and it brought the team to life. You know, we were searching for energy and emotion up until that point. I think this was a typical game where, you know, you let your guard down a little because the other team's best player's not playing, and so there was no life in the building, and our guys weren't generating any energy. And that play sort of changed all of that.
Steph obviously had a big fourth quarter, but considering he was struggling for the first three quarters, I mean, what does it say about the rest of the guys who were able to keep you in the game and be able to come back?
Well, we got a lot of great players, obviously. I mean, we're healthy now. We've got lots of talent. We should always be able to withstand a tough night from one of our big scorers, and that's kind of been the formula here for the last few years. Usually, between Kevin, Clay, and Steph, usually at least two of them are going. And on the nights when one guy's struggling, the other guys step up.
Iggy time came early this year. Usually we see Iggy flourish towards the playoffs. What happened?
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Iggy played very
yeah.
well today.
Yeah.
Usually he makes a special effort towards the playoffs. I was wondering, was that something planned or?
Andre has had a tremendous season, and he's been playing like this. He had a tough game last game. I forget who we played, but it was Philadelphia. He had a tough game. But you look at the way he's played over the course of the year, this is not surprising. He's had a brilliant year.
Looked like Draymond tweaked his ankle in the first half. Is kind of limited his minutes there in the second a little bit?
Not really. It's we went with the usual rotation, taking him out mid fourth or mid third, and then when I took him out when he had his fifth foul, at that point I didn't want to bring him back in if I didn't have to. And we were able to keep the lead, so I did not, didn't bring him back.
How closely are you monitoring this Nuggets?
Very closely. I gotta get going.
40 seconds left. 1 point game.
How many?
1 point game. 40 seconds left.
Who's up?
Denver's up 1.
Steve, what was your?
Maybe.
You were pretty hot at the half. What was your issue there?
I was just mad at the. There was a play. I thought there was a travel at the end of the half, and you guys know me with travels. It's my own personal crusade that's never going to get anywhere. I'm just tired of all the travels that go on uncalled. But it's just the way it goes.
Steve, you mentioned the lack of energy in the building. There seemed to be plenty of energy from some Lakers fans chanting, "We want Clay tonight." Did you hear some of that, and any thoughts on their energy behind that?
They should want Clay. If I were sitting with them, I'd chant the same thing.
Sometimes when you win, you still find things to not like. What did you not like tonight? And I'm sure second chance points was probably one of the things you didn't like.
Yeah, they had 8 offensive boards in the first quarter. For most of the game, they had about a 10 possession advantage on us, and that's always kind of our mantra is if we can keep the possessions even, we feel like we're going to win just with our talent. And we've done a great job with our turnovers tonight. Again, only 10, but we gave up 13 offensive boards, and that hurt us. But we started to clean that up when we started to really catch fire in the late third. Anthony, update.
15 seconds left.
There's just the score, Anthony. Come on. Oh, up 1. All right, thank you. Anybody else? Okay. All right.
Coach, it looks like last couple of games, Steph has had some of these, the head-scratching turnovers. Seems to be a little bit out of sync. Have you noticed that his games have been a little off outside of maybe his shooting?
I think the turnovers come and go. It's sort of, part of Steph's game. I mean, he's not always going to be, perfect with the ball, and we're okay with that as long as he's walking that line between the chaos and the discipline we talk about. And guys had a brilliant season, and so yeah, a couple tough nights. I mean, he had a tough night the other night. He had 41 points, so it's like, how tough was it really? But we're probably spoiled, with him. You see a night like tonight, nobody can believe, and including the coaches, that he hasn't made a shot through 3 quarters. It just shocks you, because you just expect everyone to go. But it's a reminder that they're all human, and they have some tough nights. But what makes Steph stand out is, even on a night like tonight, he finds a way to get himself going after 3 quarters of 0 field goals. He still found a way to get it going in the 4th, and we pulled away. All right. Take care, guys.